Julio look like?
Oh. Messed up. Good morning. Canvassing board meeting for the presidential preference primary. Completing the canvassing of ballots that was begun on the 17th of this month earlier this week. I'm Larry Grove, Lewis County Auditor.
Gary Stamper, Lewis County Commissioner.
Jonathan Meyer, Lewis County Prosecutor.
And I'm Heather Boyer, Lewis County Election Supervisor.
Heather, walk us through it.
Okay, so we have 24 additional documents that we'll need to look at that came in after the last canvassing board meeting. The first bundle will be late dates or postmarked after election day. And I'll just go ahead and pass those for you to each look at, and you can pass them around.
Just for clarification, the postmark date was required to be what,
March 10th,
or before?
yes.
Can't read the postmark on this one, but it was dated by the signer on March 16th, so.
And that is the rule. If you cannot read the postmark, or if there is not one on the envelope, look at date signed.
I would agree. All the ones I reviewed are after the March 10th deadline.
I concur.
I agree.
Okay, and then now we have one additional ballot that came in with no party marked.
Other side.
I agree. That does not have a party mark.
I agree too.
No party mark.
Okay, next batch are envelopes that were marked for the Democratic Party and ballots voted with an R. Or cross-party votes.
And just for anyone watching, just for clarification, you have to vote the party in which you selected on the outside of your envelope, and you have to select the party on the outside of your envelope.
Correct. That's a requirement of the presidential preference primary.
Okay.
Okay, next batch is marked Republican on the envelope, cross-party for Democratic votes.
And to note, if there is a write-in, then that counts as a vote.
Correct.
I would agree.
Agree.
Agreed.
Okay, so lastly, we have the certification document. So I'll need you to review numbers, and if everybody agrees that everything looks fine, we'll go ahead and certify the election. So we have statement of votes cast, cumulative report, our daily audit log, and then of course the certification that goes to the Secretary of State's office.
this is just vote by precinct, and this is a cumulative total.
What was the percentage turnout? You remember?
Just under 50% that were valid that we could count. That marked their party boxes or signed their envelopes.
Larry, do you know, or Heather, either one, is that average, above average for
In
this type of an election? Or-
2016, we hit 45%, so a
Okay.
So
little,
we're slightly above the
Good.
last presidential preference.
Good.
that actually has the percentage there.
Looks like a lot of voters fixed errors. That was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I always look to see how my precinct did.
Do we have any numbers on, or will that come later, about who used the ballot boxes?
Yes, actually, that's attached here. So for this election, ballots that were received by Dropbox, of the total turnout, we had 36% by Dropbox and 64% by mail.
Which is good.
Very good. And
Yep.
sounds like each year those numbers are probably creeping up.
Absolutely.
And it tells you you have the boxes in the right spot, I think. Now, if the public wants to see those numbers, is there a place that they can go to see them, or do they have to come in and look?
We have them on file. We
Okay.
don't usually post this online, but we can always email the document as well too.
Okay.
So, okay, and so we'll just have you sign off on the oath of authenticity and certification of the canvassing board for certifying the election.
I'm going to have to break the social distancing model. I did not bring a pen, sorry.
That's okay. We're all using gloves. So. And then while they're signing, Larry, if you want to read through the draft of what we were reviewing for our minutes.
I was thinking on the way over, since we're doing this in a public meeting behind locked doors, is that referenced in there?
No, but we can add it.
Yeah, maybe we should
Let's
add
do-
that.
Yeah, okay.
And then talk about how it was broadcast, just so we have that historical record. I know that emergency operations is trying to keep historical documents, and this
Okay.
will be, I think, one of them that would be important.
The draft. Can you add that, Heather?
Yeah,
When you get a pen?
yeah.
Oh, that's draft.
This is just the draft, yes.
Okay. I'm just going to add it down here at the bottom.
Sorry, I should have thought of that
Nope, that's
earlier.
That's
okay.
fine. That's why we're here.
How do you want me to word that? The meeting was conducted.
I would just say something like, because of COVID-19, the building was closed to the public, but it was broadcast over the internet to allow the public to view. Something along those lines. Any idea what the statewide turnout was?
Not all counties have certified yet,
Okay.
so there, some are still adding numbers this morning.
Mm,
I looked right before we came up and they're not all in, so.
Seems like we typically have a better turnout than the state average,
That is correct.
which I like.
Okay, you can add anything on there that you need.
So we added, this meeting was conducted via the internet by live stream. The building was closed to the public due to COVID-19.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
And then we always, when we certify an election, have the reconciliation results posted on our website.
Perfect.
Pens. I like those pens.
Okay, that wraps it up.
That
Thank you.
wraps up the canvassing board meeting and certification of the presidential preference primary for 2020. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.